Welcome back, everyone. Well, this weekend we got a refresher on how to drive in the snow if you went out, and we need it again tonight.
Very much so. Even though we're only looking at about 1 to 3 inches of snow from north to south across the area. As a great example, we've already had some fender benders throughout much of the afternoon and going the early evening, and I don't think that's going to change all too much as we go through the next several hours or so.
And even our photographer who's out there driving right now said things are getting a little bit rough where he is.
Highway 92, I heard.
Just depending on where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, really those areas, those secondary roadways, those on-ramps, those off-ramps, those overpasses, everyone's taking it nice and slow. Even on I-74 now, everything around the immediate Quad Cities, Illinois, Iowa bound, right around the bridge itself, as you can see, John, really not too bad. But if you get your way into Henry County on Interstate 74, heading west, going through places like Woodhull and even around Cambridge, those roads are getting really slick out there. People are really taking it slow, so we can't stress enough when it comes to these situations out there. We can actually expand this out a little bit more as we go full screen, show you a lot of that magenta color, John, is starting to really begin to pop up, especially right there along Interstate 34, I should say, where we expect to see most of the snowfall to take place, at least 2 inches, maybe some local areas around 3. And you can see it getting scattered about in parts of Rock Island County, heading toward parts of even Bureau County, and still snow-covered roads being noted around Cedar and even around Jones County itself. So that's why we continue with our weather impact alert going into at least the mid-evening hours. Doesn't take much to cause those slick spots, so take it slow, be cautious out there, and expect those delays getting back from work or school. Here's what we're noticing with that snowfall. You can see more dominant from the Quad Cities and points southward as slowly creeps its way from southwest to northeast. And then once this moves on out, we'll continue with the clouds, and we're promising to see a pretty cold night. That will very likely extend heading into our Tuesday. Let's verify this with our future track, 7 o'clock this evening. You can see how most of the snowfall, though light, will be on the Illinois side, and then the last of that snowfall will be pretty much coming to an end by 9 p.m. But keep in mind, even with the snow ending, those rural highways, those secondary roadways are going to still be quite slick out there. Otherwise, we'll keep it cloudy for the rest of the night. Overnight lows likely dropping down around the low to mid-teens. I would say for snowfall amounts, likely about 1 to 2 inches, especially around the Quad Cities. 2 inches, some local areas maybe close to 3, the farther south and east as you go. And yes, overnight lows likely be dropping around the low to mid-teens. Winds will be light, so we don't have to deal with any blowing or drifting of that snow, and no nasty wind chills to worry about as well. We'll keep it fairly cloudy for our Tuesday, maybe a few flurries for the first half of the day, and hopefully some breaks of clouds. But even so, temperatures are going to be right back to where they were today for daytime highs, around those low to mid-20s. Get a little swing in temperatures, though, in the days to follow. Wednesday, around 32 degrees. Could see a few flakes later in the day on Wednesday, but mainly to our south and east. And then as this little disturbance moves on by, is it going to get really cold on Thursday, especially on Thursday morning with some really nasty wind chills. I'll show you that in just a little bit. And then temperatures try to rebound as we bring in some more clouds heading into our Friday. But right now it appears to be on the dry side. Here's a big concern that we have for Thursday morning. These are wind chills by early Thursday morning and likely to be dropping as low as the mid-teens, minus mid-teens. So that's why we have our second weather impact alert with those below zero wind chills. Really got to bundle up out there, certainly for that morning. And you're going to be, don't be surprised if we actually are dealing with a lot of school delays that may be taking place in those rural areas as well. Your 8-day tracker, that's coming up right after this.
'Tis the season of giving at Lou Fuse Kia Moline. Give the gift of savings with K4s, $229 a month, Sorrentos, $359, Tellurides, $389, or buy with 0.9 for 60 months during Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event. Don't miss K4s, $229, Sorrentos, $359, Tellurides, $389 or 0.9 for 60 at Lou Fuse Kia Moline, home of the 200,000-mile warranty. Lou Fuse, we are family.
All right, let's go and take a look at that 8-day tracker. And that swing in temperatures will continue. We'll get those numbers back in the 20s after Thursday. Maybe a little snow shower expected later on Saturday, possibly another one expected later on Monday. Too early to say as far as accumulation, but right now nothing really organized for both of those events. We'll still keep an eye on it, and then we'll finally get above freezing later into next week, but only for one day, as we'll chill those temperatures heading into that following weekend. Just a reminder, I'll be live at 8 o'clock tonight on the WQAD 8 Plus app, giving you extended weather impact coverage regarding that snowfall and, more importantly, those roadways as well. We'll be right back.